collection of monologues that we call Woman First was originally commissioned by the Royal College of Midwives for an international conference that was in Glasgow, we think in 2008. The commissioners were concerned about the experiences of women and their families who had disabilities and wanted to chronicle those and to share those with the conference. What Women in Theatre did was we went and talked to a variety of women with their partners and with health professionals, and the collection of monologues, as I said before, which is called Woman First, is the result of that research and that writing. Some of the monologues are verbatim, what people have said, others are a mixture of 2 to 3 stories, but all of them have got great impact.
Handicapped? Wheelchair bound?
Wheelchair user.
Learning difficulties?
Learning disabilities.
Mental health service user?
AIDS sufferer.
HIV positive?
Dwarf.
Midget?
Short.
I don't know what to say.
We don't know what the right words are.
Well, I don't want to offend.
Best say
nothing. They came onto the ward and spoke to mothers about breastfeeding. They came to me and I was sat up in bed reading a magazine, and she could see my stick and my chair, and she said, "Bottle feeding for you, dear. Breastfeeding will be too hard." Well, I said, "Excuse me, it's my legs that don't work properly, not my tits." Well, when she'd gone, this nice theatre nurse said, "If you want to try and latch the baby on, I'll help you." Well, he took to it like a duck to water. I breastfed him for 5 months. A lot of the time I had to find a comfortable position for myself, so I had to use a cushion and everything, but lots of mums do that. In lots of ways, breastfeeding was much easier for me than bottle feeding. Because of my impairments, I get tired sterilising bottles and all that jazz. Is anyone going to talk to me?
She looks all right. I've smiled at her a lot. I'll talk to her in a bit.
That nurse, she talks to everyone else except me.
See, I'm not sure what to say to her. I mean, what's wrong with that?
I can't remember where they said the toilets are.
See, I always get the words wrong.
See, she smiles a lot. She smiles at me. And I smile back.
I don't want to be rude, you know. I don't want to offend anyone. Well, it's quite personal, isn't it?
I just want someone to tell me where the toilets are.
See, even when I know the right thing to say, I'm scared that the wrong thing will come out of my mouth.
I feel like a bloody whale. A whale that needs a wee. I'm desperate. Excuse me. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Can you show me where the toilets are? Someone pointed to them on the way in, but can you show me the way? I won't forget. I only need to be shown once.
Yeah, of course. I wondered if you needed anything, but I wasn't sure what was...
what my disability is.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just ask me? A friend of mine was disabled by a parachute jump that went wrong. All the way through her pregnancy, they were saying they would take the baby. She argued that she had PAs and lots of people to support her. They said it wasn't a normal environment for a child and it wouldn't know who its mother was. Anyway, that child is now 10 and she's still got him. And amazingly, he does know who his mother is.
It's funny when I look back at it. See, I always remember going into theatre and them looking for my arm for the blood pressure and me saying, yep, if you can find one, you're doing pretty well.
They were brilliant with the guide dog. The porters really liked him and offered to take him out for a runabout. He got more attention than I did. The dog went everywhere. In the delivery room, into intensive care and everything. No problem.
They asked me if I wanted them to say it again, and I said, no, it's okay. Ravin kept saying, don't ask any questions because they think you can't manage, and they'll ring social services, so we never asked them nothing. On the ward, they showed us lots of stuff, but it all happened really quick. You know, bottles, nappies and stuff. I couldn't do breastfeeding. And this midwife, she showed me how to make up a bottle. She was dead busy, so it was nice of her. I did one straight away, and I did it right first time. But next morning, I was awake early. I did another bottle up. I was dead good at it. I thought I might as well make up a few bottles, then I could be all ready, you know, when he wanted next one. I did 10. I was getting really fast at it. And Rav was lining them up. He was showing off. He said, I'll show them what a good mother you are. And I thought I was doing really good. But she said that bugs could get in the milk. I could harm the baby. She was cross with me. She said, I told you to do them individually. I said, I don't know what individually means. She just walked off. Ralph went mad. He said she'd gone to get social services. Well, I couldn't breathe. I just kept saying, but what does it mean individually? And then she come back, one at a time. That's what it means. And she did bring social services. She smiled at me, she apologised. She was dead busy. And I told her that sometimes I have to go over things a few times before I can understand them, and Rabin does too. I said, I know you're just doing your job, that's all.
My impairment is cerebral palsy. The disability is the barriers out there in the world. My son's going to face crap for having a disabled mum and dad, but at the moment, he's 2 and he thinks all mummies and daddies wobble. He loves it. When I press the intercom at nursery, the kids shout, "Here's Tim's wobbly mum."
I remember our doctor saying to us after our son was born, surely now you've had a baby, you want to be sterilised. But no, we're having another.